Today we end Season 1 in the Buffalo Bulls Dynasty and prepare for our first offseason. It's been a fun start to the series, especially if you enjoy losing in heartbreaking fashion. I know I'm ready to get our recruiting class on the field and to find more new players to join us in Season 2. We're going through the final 2 games of the season today, and we're going to say goodbye to a lot of players that we just really got to know. I'd love another year of playing with CJ Ogbonna as our quarterback, but that's not going to be the case. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. The offseason will be streamed live tomorrow, that's Sunday afternoon. And no, I have not downloaded the newest patch for College Football 25. I am still playing without it. There have been some new issues introduced, so I'm waiting for those to get ironed out. But I do want to take you through our final 2 games of Year 1 today. And we're jumping into the second quarter of our game against Eastern Michigan. With the Eagles up 3-0, the throw is intercepted by Charles McCarthrins. The sophomore corner turns it the other way and sets us up at the 6. McCarthrins will be one of the faces of our team heading into Season 2. As he grabs the overthrow from Cole Snyder, the Eagle quarterback. And that sets up CJ Ogbonna as we wear our alternate road uniforms. He rolls out to the right and runs it in, powering through for the touchdown. And the Bulls take a 7-3 first half lead. Now that interception was big for us because we didn't move the football that well in the first half. You know, maybe taking the wide open receivers underneath would have helped. But we did not do that, and we end up punting it back to Eastern Michigan. I also wanted to add that I played these last 2 games on 10-minute quarters with 20-second clock runoff to try and see if we could get wear and tear to actually work in the Dynasty, but it didn't do anything in these games. Anyway, Eagles trying to put up some more points before halftime, and that pass is wide open inside the 20. Eastern Michigan into the red zone with 1:33 to go. On second down, they hit the quick slant to get their first touchdown, and the Eagles grab a lead, leaving us some time to answer late first half. Failing to put together a drive to this point, Buffalo 1 minute left to go, and the pass is lofted to Nick McMillan. That is a 21-yard reception, one of our biggest plays of the day, and it's followed up. CJ Ogbonna throws a dart down the middle. That's J.J. Jenkins, who will outrun everybody for a 56-yard touchdown. I am really going to miss this senior combination in Season 2 between Ogbonna and Jenkins. This is his 8th touchdown reception of the year. And although we've got a couple impressive sophomores, replacing him is going to be a challenge. 14-10, we left Eastern Michigan a little time, playing pretty good defensively in the first half, but in the final seconds, Eastern Michigan hits a big pass over the middle, setting them up in field goal range. Obviously, field goals are not automatic in college football, but when they get inside the 10, that certainly decreases the difficulty. But with 5 seconds to go, still looking for 6, and the pass is just off the mark. Eagles have to settle. They cut it to a 1-point lead. We go into the second half. Eastern Michigan football, and here the Bulls are able to rally and make the tackle. I thought throughout the game we had done some really nice things defensively, playing a lot of cover 4 palms, not giving up anything downfield, and able to keep a lot of stuff in front of us. Not many times this year have we just dominated like that, first, second, and third down, holding them to a 4-yard possession. So the Bulls take over, trying to build some momentum offensively, and this guy has been the best source of that momentum, Lamar Sperling. He gets an 8-yard gain, and then off the fake, rolling is Ogbonna, and he lofts this one out to Jenkins for the connection. 4th catch of the day for J.J. Jenkins. And then we hit the screen. Room to run. Chance Morrow brings the Bulls inside the 10. As they look to extend their lead. But then L.J. Henderson gets wrapped up, a 5-yard loss, thanks to Peyton Price. 3rd and 10, too much pressure and can't get the pass away cleanly, and the Bulls are forced to settle for 3. 27-yard field goal try. It is good. This brings the Bulls' lead back to 4. Late third quarter, Eagles facing a 3rd and 5. We dial up pressure, and Charles McCarthrins just missed a pick 6. It went right through his hands. The Bulls take over. Here's Sperling, the cut downhill, and he runs pretty tough as well through contact, getting the first down. Then we go with 4 receivers against the pressure, and out to Taji Johnson, another senior wide receiver, playing out his final games, brings us down to the 24. Building momentum offensively, Bulls run it, sweeping with Sperling, outrunning Eagles inside the 10, and down to the 5-yard line. Buffalo in great position to start the fourth quarter. On 3rd and goal, Ogbonna looking for Jake Orlando. He cannot hold on to it. Would have been his first touchdown of the season. Instead, field goal team comes out, and it might have hit the post again. But it is good. Bulls up 7. And in control, playing really good defense. Trying to run to the outside. How about Jaden Oliver going low on the running back to make that play? Bulls forcing 3rd down again. And the quick throw is contested and broken up by Sean Dolak. Another stop. And the Bulls get the ball back again. Pass over the middle on time for Nick McMillan. CJ spreading the football around pretty well in this game as Orlando getting the first down up toward midfield. Time also winding down in this game, and again attacking short, trying to stay consistent and on schedule. And then Eastern Michigan comes out and they crowd the box. And that's what I'm thinking, all right, we're going over the top this time. Ogbonna launches and the pass is intercepted. Eastern Michigan running it back to around the 40-yard line. Just a completely unnecessary play. And we could have had the tight end on the other side open. My mistake. With the door open for Eastern Michigan and 3 minutes left to play. The pass goes short. Nice catch, holding on through contact. To our 47-yard line, and again short. Down near the first down marker. On 3rd and 2, we get some pressure inside and force the throw away. We forced 4th down again, but this time the Eagles are obviously going to go for it. They pitch it out to the running back, and Sean Dolak misses the tackle that would have gotten us a turnover on downs. Our best defensive player misses the play. Eastern Michigan continues. They had to get the touchdown. Getting closer, only 22 yards away. Pass outside and caught at the 10. Out at the 6. Eastern Michigan, no points in the second half. Until the touchdown catch that ties it with 1:33 left to go. We had this game nearly wrapped up. And it's another blown lead in the fourth quarter for Buffalo. But they left us some time. Under a minute to go for CJ Ogbonna. We just need the field goal, and he gets stripped, and we maintain possession somehow. We just let the clock run from there. 3rd and 15. Pass gets launched, and it's incomplete for J.J. Jenkins. We got lucky they didn't use their timeouts earlier, so they only had time for a Hail Mary shot. And here it is, underthrown and caught at the 16. That does them no good. So we've got our second overtime game of the year. I don't want to talk about how the first one ended. But if we could just win this one last game, we'd have more wins than Buffalo had in 2023. They give us the football to start overtime, and Sperling looking for space finds nothing. Loss of 2 on the play. Then on 2nd and 12, the pass is out in front of Orlando. Just like that, we're met with 3rd down and 12. Have to get to the 15-yard line, and that's when Ogbonna finds Chance Morrow to move the sticks. Buffalo now 12 yards out, trying that mid-screen that lost us the last overtime game. Eastern Michigan ready for it. Again, third down. Ogbonna trying to throw in the direction of Jenkins, who got caught up trying to cut inside. Had an open receiver on the other side. So we've got to try the field goal. And that kick is denied by the left upright. Another miss. Eastern Michigan takes over. They just need the field goal. Taunting me with the mid-screen in overtime. They take it to the 7. We needed a miracle. Third and goal. Pass out of reach. Making this come down to a field goal for the Eagles. It is only a 25-yard try. It splits the uprights, and the Bulls drop another close game in heartbreaking fashion. There have been so many winnable games this year for us, and we just have not been able to win these fourth quarters. Why did I have to throw that deep ball to the tight end like that? Another loss for Buffalo. That would have been our highest quality win of the year as well. Eastern Michigan had 6 wins coming in. Following that game, we do get some good news as Leon Dingle has committed to Buffalo, the 3-star running back that I think can play as a freshman. And Quincy Witherspoon also joins the class. It's only a 4-player class right now, but 3 of those players are 3-stars and can all make an impact fairly early in their careers. These were the top priority players, so I'm really happy we're getting players that can immediately make a difference. I think Dingle and Sperling can be a really strong duo in the backfield. And Quincy Witherspoon gives us an element of speed that nobody on the team currently has. That also frees up points to pursue new players. Here's 3-star athlete Austin Harris. Projects as a really intriguing height, weight, speed wide receiver. I'd really like to add him into this class as well. And that's going to bring us into our last game of the year. I always like to highlight the seniors on senior day, playing their last game with the program. 29 seniors will end their careers after this game. And this was our last chance to try to get that 4th victory as we face the Kent State Golden Flashes in the Season 1 finale. First quarter, C.J. Ogbonna playing his last game at Buffalo. Third down and 9. He's going to throw this across the middle, finding J.J. Jenkins. And later on, 2nd and 9, he finds the senior tight end, Jake Orlando. We're going to have a lot of new faces stepping into roles next year. And I'm excited to see how guys like Lamar Sperling develop throughout the Dynasty. We put together a nice drive here, just trying to keep the offense a little more simple and definitely keep running the ball with Lamar Sperling. He carried a lot on the first couple drives of the game. Here he breaks into the open field, but runs into a blocker. Had a chance to score. We go to 3rd and goal. Pass is dropped by J.J. Jenkins. And we're not kicking the field goal here in the last game. We go for it on 4th and goal. Ogbonna's pass is caught shy of the end zone. Chance Morrow stopped inside the 1. Kent State takes over, and they gash the defense off right tackle with this run. And after playing pretty good run defense in the previous game against Eastern Michigan, things were quickly regressing against Kent State. Facing a 2nd and 12 right in front of McCarthurin's. Pass gets caught. Kent State goes all the way from the 1 to our 30, and then it's Gavin Garcia with another good run moving the sticks. They put together a long drive just as we did, very methodical with solid running. Trying to go 99 yards on this touchdown drive. But McCarthurin jumps the pass, intercepted. He did not leave the end zone. Got lucky. That's a touchback and his 4th interception of the year. He's come on strong in the second half of the season. Now time winding down in the first half. Ogbonna tries to hit the big pass to Jenkins unsuccessfully. There are no points. We're trying to get some before halftime, and that one is fit into McMillan, our biggest pass of the first half. But not quite in field goal range until Ogbonna finds Taji Johnson on the post. And that sets us up for a 39-yard attempt. Cameron Carson wide left on the field goal, and it's no good. There were no points in the first half. Kent State ball now, third quarter. Nice comeback route and caught inside the Buffalo 25. Then they go to 3rd and 1, and C.J. Bazile makes the play in the backfield. Kent State brings out their field goal team and ultimately breaks the shutout. I was still very happy with the play of our defense. It felt like a lot of the good things from the Eastern Michigan game carried over into this one, but we really did not get things going well offensively. Kent State ball again here in the third as the screen turns into a first down. A sloppy play for our defense. They put it into field goal range again. And on 3rd and 4, contested and broken up by Deion Crawford. Another field goal forced. The defense was playing winning football these last couple weeks. We just had to finish some drives. With time winding down here in the third, Ogbonna putting it up for Morrow. It's off his hands, deflected back to him, and then he can't make the catch off the rebound. 2nd and 10, Ogbonna trying to find the tight end. Schnackenberg overthrows him. And on 3rd and 10, again giving Morrow a chance, and he can't make the grab. We just couldn't make plays against Kent State. You want to see the seniors go out stronger. Kent State getting a couple field goal drives together. They then have the first goal to go sequence in a while. They run it, and Dolak is there. Trying to keep him out of the end zone again on 2nd and goal. Nobody open. We get the pressure, and they take the sack way back at the 15-yard line. On the very next play, again with good coverage, and just refusing to get rid of the football. Sacked all the way back at the 29-yard line. A sequence of losing 26 yards. But the field goal at least centered between the hashes. The Golden Flashes go up by 9. It was now or never for the offense. Having to get something together, Lamar Sperling cuts downhill and loses the football. Kent State grabs it. I thought immediately his knee had to be down. We challenged the call, and it stands. A fumble for Lamar Sperling, and Kent State caught inside the 10 on the comeback. And then at last, the game's first touchdown. Golden Flashes go up 15-0. I knew this had a chance to be our final drive with players like C.J. Ogbonna scrambling out of the pocket into Golden Flashes territory. I wanted to see us at least fight to the end and finish strong. 3rd and 9, reading the mid-screen like a book, and that's going the other way. One more pick six for season 1. I've got to retire that mid-screen for a while. Golden Flashes turn it into a blowout, and I decided we'd get a short look at Jack Shields the remainder of the game. There's a chance he's our quarterback next season. Now, he also has a chance to transfer, and there could be a couple other quarterbacks on the roster that we could consider playing. But he's been our backup all year. He's a junior. I wanted to see him out here to at least close the game out. And we actually put together some pretty nice throws. Here's Shields scrambling. Not someone who's going to make big plays outside the pocket. But could we get at least one touchdown? Morrow caught it down at the 1. Just have to punch this in. Remember Jaquez Barksdale? We bring him in, but don't get the pass off in time. And we're sacked at the 13. All the way back. Shields stepping up. He floats the pass right off the hands of McMillan to force 4th down. Having to throw to the end zone. We wouldn't have the chance to get it there. And that is year 1 in the books. It all ends on a shutout at home. Not the exciting send-off for the seniors anybody wanted to see. It just felt like the team had nothing left in the tank for this game. We end the year with a 3-9 record, going 2-6 in the MAC, and 2-5 in our one-possession games. We've got to find a way to close games out better next season, and I'm looking forward to how much we can improve in a year's time. I know that there's going to be some challenges moving on from so many players in one season. If Jack Shields transfers, which there is a decent risk of that happening, then who knows what our quarterback situation will look like. But I do know our recruiting class is starting to show a little more promise. Left tackle Nate Fanene, one of our targets ever since that Toledo game. And then Ron Ruggins also commits. We sim past conference championship week and get right guard Dom Camarda. It's beginning to come together. Will Howard is your Heisman Trophy winner. We'll go over some stats around the country here shortly. But at least now we have nailed getting our top targets on the board. And there are still a few players that are really close to a commitment as well. It took a while, but patience is now paying off. We only have a 7-player recruiting class right now, but 5 of those players are 3-stars, and we're up to 114 in the recruiting class ranks. I think we're also going to have a chance to get Chet Sanders after another week. Austin Harris is starting to favor us, so that looks like it could be one of our key offseason battles, along with Dallas Roche. We could get some good skill players into this offense. It's been really fun getting back into a big dynasty like this, with a steep climb with a low 1-star program. Year 1 was to just get a feel for the roster along with the playbook and see what direction I want to take things. We're not going to have CJ Ogbonna in year 2, so we already get the quarterback reset. But when I look at how I want to build this offense going forward, we are going to further emphasize running the football. We have Lamar Sperling, who's coming off an 800-yard season. And in our recruiting class, of course, we got Leon Dingle. That means we have 2 running backs that can potentially be game changers. And I'd like to definitely run the ball more next year. I think we ran maybe 44% of the time this season. I did the math last night on it. A little more pass heavy than I'd like to be, which it's easy to fall into when you're losing often and have to claw out of holes. But I know our pass game has to change if we're going to be successful. I want to emphasize just getting the ball to our playmakers and letting them make plays. So I've done late scouting on the athletes that fit at wide receiver, hoping they have the skills that can turn simple plays into big gains. On the defensive side, I'm probably going to stay with our 4-2-5 defense. I found a couple things in our system that I liked, especially late with our cover 4 palm stuff, but we need to find ways to create more pressure. So I'm probably going to add in some blitz packages and try to be more creative there. In my Saints franchise, I had been running so much man coverage and cover 0 at times because of the talent that we had, and I really can't do that in this series. So it's going to be a very different scheme, very zone heavy. And I think I want to keep it zone heavy throughout the duration of the series. You know, man coverage is something that I like a lot at the pro level, but it's kind of more of a situational thing for me in college. So in this offseason, I'll be taking some time to go through our playbook and refresh some things. And I am thinking about adding in some of the pistol formation stuff that I ran a lot in NCAA 14. I became a huge fan of the pistol offense really because of that game and realizing what it could do for your running game and how versatile some of those packages end up being, especially when you have a mobile quarterback. So I'd like to run more pistol. And if we lose a lot of the quarterback scrambling stuff, I think we have to call a lot more RPOs, especially behind a lower-ranked offensive line. It's not going to be a standard drop-back pass game, so RPOs and screens are going to be a big part of what we try to do. I just want to try to make things as easy as possible to get it to our playmakers and let their skills take over. When we get to the offseason, because we have so many outgoing seniors, I'm spending a lot of our points on just giving out scholarship offers to players we're not even gonna scout, because that's just gonna take far too many points. We don't have that many to begin with. We have some ongoing recruiting battles that we're still gonna want to dedicate most of our points to, and the rest are gonna be to just offer scholarships to 1- and 2-star players. Maybe there's some stuff that can happen in the portal for us, but I don't anticipate anything major coming our way. But that is the starting point for our Dynasty. Year 1 is now complete. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. What players you're excited to see going into next year, whether they're in the recruiting class or if they're already on roster. We got a few players that I know we can build around. And here is a look at your college football playoff brackets, including number 12, Toledo, who went 12-1 this year. They blew us out this season like nobody else, and now they end up a playoff team. In the offseason, we'll find out who the champions are going into Season 2. I am planning on streaming this live Sunday afternoon. Probably about 1 or 2 p.m. Central Time. I'll make the event earlier in the day and have a set time for it. Thank you for watching Year 1 of the Buffalo Bulls Dynasty. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for much more on the way. And I will see you all next time. I'm excited to get on to our next season.